Today at the Rockpit, we're joined by Frida and Jonas from Swedish power metal band Rexoria. Welcome to episode 17 of 50 Shades of Slaids and to Australia. How are you both?
Really good. As Jonas said, it's sunny today here in Sweden, so not very often that happens.
Yeah, right. So try to stay in the sun as much as possible when we can. At the moment, really good. Thank you.
Fantastic. Now, let me start by congratulating you both on the latest single, Heart of Sorrow, and the first single from the album, Break the Wave. They're both are certainly great introductions to the new album, Fallen Dimension. These two singles for you guys, what do they represent? Is it the turning of a page or a new era for the band, you would say?
Yeah, I think it represents two parts of the new album in a way, like more the usual Rexoria sound in Break the Wave, and then the ballad that might be a little bit different and something new that we haven't really tried before. And I think they make a good presentation of what's coming for the album, since it's a bit of a two-parted with some really similar Rexoria songs, but also some new, unexpected songs that we delivered there.
Now, Heart of Sorrow, obviously the most recent single, is the duet with Joey Gioeli, and that's just magnificent. As you said, it's something a little stepped aside from the normal Rexoria sound. How did that come to be? And I mean, I've always been a fan of Joey's voice, ever since that first Hardline record. Um, how did those two worlds collide?
Um, yeah, me and Jonas started to write the song like early in the progress of Fallen Dimension, and we wanted to do something else and do try to do a power ballad. And as soon as we started to write that song, we felt like, okay, this is a good melody, it sounds great, but we need something else or something more, and felt like, okay, this should really be like a power, since it's about heartbreak, it's felt natural that it should be me and a male voice like singing to each other. And we came to think about Johnny, since he has like this raspy, cool 80s kind of voice, and contacted him. Didn't really know if we were gonna be up for it, but he loved the song and was really cool and shady guy. So he joined in, and yeah, it went really, really good, and work has been great working with him. So really fun.
Fantastic, and the clip's incredible too. It just really ties the whole package and message of the song together. And for anybody that hasn't seen it, I recommend going and checking it out. It's incredible stuff. So, to both of you, are you the two main songwriters in the band, or is it a collective thing that happens within Rexoria?
Normally, it's Frida and I who is writing the songs. Frida is mostly coming up with some melodies for choruses and things like that. I am more like the riff maker, if you want to call it like that. And then we are working together and yeah, trying to make everything fitting together, I would say.
So over the 10-year career of the band, I mean, how has this relationship built and developed and strengthened?
I think
Yeah.
we are in the beginning. It's always like you want so much, and you can sometimes say something without really thinking and so on. So I think we have been a little bit more mature now and talking in a more recent way, even if we always tried. But I think we are more grown-ups now. What do you think, Frida?
What do you mean?
No,
What
I
was
mean
I
just
immature?
just in general. That's like my point of view, and also that we start learning each other in a good way, I would say.
Yeah, but it's like when you're working together for so long, like it's so much easier now as well to write together and understand each other and build something good. Since in the beginning we were like kind of blindfolded, since we haven't done this kind of style before, and we had a band before this was more rock and roll style. So when we went in with Rexoria, it was more challenging in a way since we haven't done it. So now it's becoming more natural for us to how we're gonna write the songs and how should we do it. So it's easier in that way, but it also always a development, and we always want to challenge ourselves. So that's also the part that we want. It's hard to not stay in the safe place and try to, expand the boundaries and everything.
And I mean, when you go back to 2023's Imperial Dawn, there was something that was really starting to click in the band for me, I think, at that point. There was something that was very definite that was happening. There was a sound and I guess almost a musical philosophy within you guys that was starting to rear its head. When I listen to Fallen Dimension, I find that this story almost feels as though it's blossomed into many volumes, and there are so many things that are tried and explored on this record. It's really refreshing. It's big, it's lush. The writing process, I mean, we've determined that the two of you write together so well, but was it written on the road, or was it written in a confined area? You write closely, or is it just a matter of bringing ideas to a table?
Mostly, we are like coming with some ideas that we are like writing by our own, and then we are, after coming with some ideas, then we're sitting together, basically my home studio, and going through talking what kind of song do we want this one like to be, and so on, what's tempo and so on, and then we start writing and recording, and from there we are like making the song complete. Then we start to record everything like sharp, and while doing that, then normally the process is that we are start writing a new song while this one is recording. So it's like parallel. We are both writing and doing that together, and then we are also recording at the same time different parts, because we are recording each instrument and voice by its own.
Yeah, fantastic. And obviously, you've just mentioned that it's all done in your home studio, Jonas. Was that where the whole record was recorded and produced?
Not only Frida and the drummer has also a studio, so there have been some backing vocals, but otherwise in my studio it's been all the guitars and the bass and the lead vocals and some backing vocals. So we have been in two places doing this.
And the record was mastered by Jonas Shelgren, who's just done an incredible job with this one. Sonically, did he deliver exactly what you envisioned this record would be or could be?
Yeah, I think he actually did just that. We had like a kind of vision about what we were aiming for sound-wise, and I think he delivered just. So it was not like a surprise to get it, because it was what you have heard like in your head about it to be, but it was so great that he really incorporated every detail that we wanted. And as Jonas said the other day, like it took one song and then he just nailed down what I wanted with my voice, and it went forward at that. I don't know, Jonas, if you feel the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can really hear how experienced he is. So, of course, we weren't surprised, but we were very happy that he understood what we wanted with our songs, and that he could also have his creative process and changing some things here and there and so on of what we have recorded to make it become even more dynamic and more interesting each song, I would say. So that was really joy to hear that everything was just working so good.
Mm-hmm. And if we can go back and talk about, influences and the reason that you both collectively started being involved in music. Jonas, for you, who was the first band that inspired you, or what was the first song that inspired you to pick up a guitar and play, and who have your influences been along the way?
It's Iron Maiden. I think
I was
that
just gonna
was
say, look at his arm.
it's just Iron Maiden tattoos. So I discovered that from a friend of mine. We were like 10 years old or something like this, and his brother had a lot of Iron Maiden. I mean, these Iron Maiden posters, and you could see the cover of the albums and so on. And I was borrowing some CDs, and then I was just stuck in this completely. And then it was also bands like AC/DC and Halloween. That was like my heavy metal start or so. So, but Iron Maiden, definitely.
And for you, Frida, I mean, who are your vocal influences, and was there a voice out there that went, yeah, that made you go, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to express myself, and who were those singer-songwriters, I guess?
I didn't go like such a straight line as Jonas did. I come from a musical background and sang more kind of pop styles and stuff like that before. But I always, since I have a kind of low alto voice and kind of a raspy voice naturally, a lot of people said like, "Oh, shouldn't you do rock? And you should come maybe sing rock or hard rock." But I wasn't like so into that until my late teens, and then I discovered Skid Row was my first band with Sebastian Bach, and I was like, "How can you sing like that? That is so amazing!" And I changed like my style from like this usual pretty pink clothed girl to like the hard rock style the day after. And then I met Martin, the drummer, in Rexoria, and since he and Jonas had like a band and were playing rock together, I tried out to sing in the band, and it worked really good. And then I had to do a change since I haven't like sang rock before, and then I discovered, and I think many people might hear that in my inspiration in my voice. I discovered Battle Beast with Nora Luimu, and that was like it's insane how a woman can sing like this. It's not even possible, and she has been a big inspiration like all the years throughout to really get the grit and power, even if I'm not doing so much power grit as she does, but she has always been a good inspiration to listen to since they are also more melodic in their style and everything to see how you can incorporate that kind of sound.
And it's funny you mentioned Battle Beast. I mean, that was one of the comparisons that I had in listening to your voice, but I also hear elements of, Lee Aaron and Doro Pesh and even Pat Benatar, certainly
Yeah,
from that raspiness that you have, and it's so good to hear such a strong female voice again these days.
thank
It
you.
just it's there's a magic about what you sing and the way you sing. So I wanted to thank you for that as well.
Thank you so much. Ah, I'm getting blushed.
But speaking of Battle Beast too, they were out here in Australia just a couple of weeks ago, and the shows, from everything, I didn't get to go, but from everything I heard, they were just phenomenal shows. So
Mm.
it's really good. Now, when we dive into the album Fallen Dimension, I know it's like picking your own child, your favorite child out of the lot of them, but my favorite track on the record is probably Dancing on the Ruins, I should say. I just love that the riff and the power and the fun that track exudes. What is it for you guys? What are the special moments on the record for you both?
Yeah, Jonas, what do you think about Dancing on the Ruins?
I think it's an amazing song, and as you say, it's in a way fun song because it's a bit different, but and so on. We were first a little bit afraid if this was too much aside from what we normally do, and so on. But somehow we could make it so it's still Rexoria, but and it's a very strange beat with the drums and so on. So it's hard to record. But my favorite, I would say, it's either Heart of Sorrow or Metallic Rain, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fantastic choice.
I
What a great
actually
way to
think
open the
Dancing
record.
on, yeah, I like Dancing on the Ruins so much, and I really want to I really want to do that one live. I think it's going to be a great live song. But Jonas and Martin is not really so happy with doing the beat.
Not with the beat, with the song very much, and we wrote it first like as a live song because of the way we are singing and so on. So we will. I think we just need practice about this one because I think this one would fit very good in the live set.
And it's funny when you sort of talk about, you know, Dancing on the Ruins as being something that's a little different on the record. You go to something like Running with the Stars, which is really has that you know, when I hear that, I almost have this you know, Hollywood blockbuster action hero scene playing as I'm sort of listening to it, and the way that translates is really good. I mean, it brings back the beauty and hope that, you know, music will be picked up in major motion pictures again these days. When writing something like that, was it designed to be that big, bold story statement?
I don't think we can say it in that way. We're kind of shy as Swedes, so we're not building like in a massive way in that way. But of course, we always that's the part when we say that we have built something that we call royal metal. It's because we want to feel like people are joining in our empire and they can join with us and stand with us. Since we're always writing songs that are, we try to be like empowering and give people like this fight feeling and hope. So we really feel like come into the Rexoria world, and then we can be safe here, we can have fun here, and we can build something together. And I think that many of the songs has that. And Running with the Stars is one of those songs that we felt like this is more of the Rexoria style that you might be used to. And but I think it went really good, and I think we have also balanced it better with this album with the keyboards and the guitars. So the guitars, it's more present, and that also gives it umph in the
Yeah.
songs. And so yeah, I don't know, Jonas. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Frida said, it's more balanced with more focusing on the guitars, which automatically made me to write a little bit more guitar riffs in the songs compared to the last albums and so on. So I think we found this. Yeah, it's like I think about the Swedish word lagom, which is like not too
Yeah.
much, not too less. For the instruments, so they are like they are not competing to each other; they are harmonizing together. And I think Jonas Kjellgren made this really good with the mix.
Exactly. But I mean, again, you know, the record just takes you on such a journey. I mean, it really is. It's poetic in the way that the stories are told. It's powerful in the way that the music is played, and you really aren't scared to sort of, you know, weave in and out of what you would probably determine as, you know, what people would expect from Rexoria. But it's done in such a clever way. It's such an amazing record. The more I listen to it, the more I'm finding something in it that I like, a little detail. And as you say, Frida, it's everything from the keyboards, the way that they play in and out of the guitar parts, and just the power of the band, of the guitars and the rhythm section, really do give this album something very, very special. I can't wait to live with it for a little bit longer now, because I think this is probably going to be one of my records of the year, and that's not blowing smoke at both of you.
Wow,
You're
thank you.
here. It's
Thank you.
it's one of those things. It's probably been the record that I've been waiting for this year. You know, it's given me enough difference in point and enough variety to make me want to keep diving into it. And I mean, congratulations to you both and to the rest of the band. So yeah, that's enough from me, I guess. Sort of speaking it. I guess it's now time to invite the rest of the world to check it out on May 8th when it comes out through Sorry, I've lost the name of the label.
Black
Black
Lodge.
Lodge.
That's them. So Now, at the moment, there are also pre-order packages available, exclusive pre-order packages available through your website. Tell us a little bit about those and how us and the other part of the world, the other side of the world, can get hold of the new Rexoria physically.
Yeah, we were when we were like in these thoughts about selling the album and so on, then we said we want something exclusive that can come from our website also. So it's not only a vinyl record or a CD you buy, that you can get something else also. So we printed up some posters just for this, which can be signed and so on. So you get something extra, and it's not exclusive in any part of the world, so you can really buy it everywhere where you are from. And we have seen there have been a lot of pre-orders already, even if the album is not out. So that feels also very good. So we are on Saturday having a signing session also, preparing these packages. So everyone gets
they can
the
order
album signed.
from Australia, right?
Yeah, we have a couple of pre-orders from Australia and New Zealand as well. So definitely, it shouldn't be any problem for anyone. So
fantastic stuff. And just finally, I mean, what are the tour plans behind the record? What does the rest of 2026 look like for you all?
Oh, we have like we can't say actually just now, but we are in some plans about touring, and but it's not like, we haven't signed a contract yet, so we can't really go out with it. But yeah, we have some plans on going on tours, but mostly in Europe. And but we have a festival coming up in July in Sweden, here in Uppsala, called Eden Rock, and we're also looking for other tour and shows that might be good fit for us to show all the songs on Fallen Dimension.
Fantastic. All righty, guys. Frida and Jonas, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for talking the record. And again, I do urge everybody to go and check it out on May the 8th when it is released. Congratulations on a wonderful record, and hopefully we will get to see you out here in Australia at some stage in the not too distant future. But thank you for your time, and wishing you all the success for everything that comes with this record and tour.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Andrew. We really hope to coming to Australia sometime.
Yeah, it would be lovely.
I reckon you'll go all right out here. I reckon people will love you. So fingers crossed that all happens. But thanks again for your time, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Take care for now. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.